you know, you ninjas think, and listen, I thought this myself, me personally, I'm free. I could deal with them all. I can deal with them FBA. I can deal with them NDA. All right. I can deal with them. What can we say? I can deal with them anywhere because I'm not looking for you to be my wife forever. Even the whole idea of getting married and a woman being your wife, in her mind, that is a temporary arrangement until she decides for it to end. There is too many instances of women showing you either that is one of two things happens. She will end the relationship, or the part of her that you like, it's almost like it has an expiration date. And once it's expired, like you, anything that expires, you can't bring it back. It's expired. All right. And for most women, the goodness in them, the matter of everything about a woman expires. Everything about a woman is temporary and it ends. Like even being nice. For modern, I think maybe for modern women, being a nice person is temporary. In her mind, she thinks that she has to always give you a movie experience because we are the first few generations of people who were actually programmed by TV and movies, and now we are programmed. Whether you realize it or not, you think of yourself as a main character. You think of things that happen to you as a main character, and you also, at times, women for the most part behave as they see the consequences of their actions the same way they see the main character. Because in the main character, if I'm watching a movie, I don't feel the consequences of that person's actions, nor is there a bunch of misery and a lot of time spent on the consequences of an action. Because in a movie or a TV show, they can't talk about it but for so long. So you don't get to see the other side of that suffering or what that really is. It's kind of like when people say that karma's not real. They say karma's not real because they feel like when a person does something, the exact same thing should happen to them, or if they don't see it happen, it didn't happen. All karma is real. Okay? All karma. They say Slick Rick is dead. All right.
over here. We know that Brad doesn't do anything for them. Brad doesn't take care of them. Brad doesn't marry them. Brad just come through, smash and dash.
Smash and dash is crazy.
That's it. Brad is a smash and dash kind of guy when it comes to them. But this is how they feel about you. Oh, AC, what you talking about, man? That's not really them. That you only showing a few. Well, show me some more. Okay, Duke, I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
Okay, dude. Oh, there they meet the video. I know you can't see right now, but this is basically this black woman shooting a shot at this white guy, and he's like like shutting her down like crazy.
Let's go. Let's go.
Black, white, a mixed guys. What's your preference?
White.
White.
Yes.
White.
But like I'm dark as well. Dark.
She says she's dark and she wouldn't want dark color for her sons. Meaning, if she was to have children and her sons were dark, she would not love them, like them. She wouldn't care for them. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this self-hatred they have. And this is the reason why you can't be dealing with them, because they just like the Keishas over here. Black men love being black. Keisha, they have an issue with themselves, hatred for themselves. So how can they have any love for you? Any love for you?
You want to have a mixed child?
Yes.
Like Obama?
Yes.
Look at her. Look at her.
Well, let's go back a little further.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Just,
you
can't.
cannot smile, not
She says,
white.
Why?
don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't.
Fair use.
Because I don't have someone who cannot smile, not
She says she don't want to have someone the same color as her.
Damn.
I'm not changing like what to angry.
You can't be racist. You don't have any power.
It's about the culture. We have some sort of culture as a black people, and they don't like it.
There you go. There you go. Oh, AC, come on. That's just two of them sitting again. That's not all of them. Oh, I got.
So, you know, I don't need to go any further. So basically, brother AC basically found a series of these kind of clips. Nigga, you not safe, bro. You not safe in this shit. No way. You know what you want to have to do, sir? These are the romance dark ages, nigga. You not getting no romance, nigga. Hold on. Do you want a woman brace? Shout out to Beloved, man. Shout out to what's my man name? CGA, man. These niggas want you want a woman brace, huh?
Wanted to wrap you in
My woman brace.
and I make it last forever, babe. I catch the tips of heaven when you let me wrap you in.
You want a woman brace, nigga? Ain't gonna be no woman brace. But embrace yourself. Better embrace yourself. But now, real talk though, y'all think that y'all gonna be able to hide from this, or you're gonna be able to avoid this? More than anything, enjoy life. I'm not saying you can't have relationships. I'm not saying you can't have friendships. I'm not saying you can't have marriage. But you need to negotiate something for yourself. You need to have terms, and not only that, lofty terms and demands. Because a lot of you black, especially you African American men, you come into a relationship trying too hard to be easygoing. You come into a relationship trying to make it seem like it's going to be an easy deal and an easy time. And it is what it is, right? But we're living in a different time. These women are different, and the only thing that's going to happen, listen, unless the women start influencing each other to be better, there won't be a change, because there's only one person who can get through to them. That's their mother. If they mother not saying it, if they grandma not saying it, all right, nothing's gonna change. Like I keep telling y'all, it's a hierarchy in the black community. It's old black chicks with no man, black women, black girls, the boys, and then it's black men, and within black men, dark skinned ninjas at the very top of the social hierarchy in terms of credit and credibility. All right, listen, somebody I be seeing every time I see them. Like black women do this thing where they see like when they see me my son, or when come to me my son, they won't say hello to me. They'll say hello to my son. Like they won't say, hey, how you doing? Excuse me. You know how weird it is to address someone's child and not address the actual adult? Black women are really good for that shit. Like, I'll be in the supermarket, that got happen. Or somebody I know, every time I see them, like they don't know how to have a conversation with me about me. So they'll ask me, "Oh, how the baby doing?" I'm like, "What you know? Get wrong? I mean, thank you for asking about my kid and everything, but you know me. Like, wow, I'm like, that's the question you ask after you've had a conversation with that person about how they're doing, and y'all kind of kicking it, going straight to that. Which is nothing wrong with it, but it's more like, but also to shout to Cramp Secure, when you understand the parallels between children and women and whatnot. Women, that's why women again are supposed to have children. They're able to, they really connect with them. They really enjoy seeing them and whatnot. It's just that again, with feminism, a part of that programming is to think that something is wrong. All right, and it's as simple as that. Certain ideas can have such huge impacts on how individuals think, how they go about things. All right, influences everything. Like, perfect example. Like I was thinking earlier. I'm like, damn, I didn't really get to my goal. I wanted to get really, and I kind of did come down a little bit, but I wanted to get like more serious about like my weight loss. I'm like, yo, I was on track to hit that 230. Like my maintenance weight right now should be about 240 pounds, or my heavy weight right now should be about 240 pounds, and somehow I just got off that track. Don't get me wrong. When I was getting down to like 250 and whatnot, I ain't gonna lie, I was eating. I was only reason I was able to get down that low was because I was not eating, and I was able. The only thing that really works for me is having long periods of time when I don't eat, and that always seems to work for me, right? But since then, and it's mostly because I started introducing things into my diet that I wouldn't normally have, like more bread, more gluten. I'm here to tell you, bread and gluten puts weight on you. Bread, gluten, any kind of sugar, excessive sugar, okay, puts weight on you. Snacks and shit like that, anything fried puts weight on you. Okay, you gotta have weeks where you take a week off from cheese, or this the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, as long as you don't have a lot of this stuff every single week, you gotta cycle in and off of stuff. You know, but that's a little sidebar. But anywho, you not safe, nigga. All right. The answer to this is you are going to focus on yourself. You're going to take that time and focus on having a good life. Okay. And if you do get into a relationship, you're going to basically be able to enjoy it. Because another thing that happens too is black men will get into this idea of thinking that, oh, well, I believe in stories. Like I was having a conversation with my homeboy. He was talking about somebody that we was talking about who had got out of a relationship and now they're in a their finances are where they have to work every single day. Most people who live by themselves or they're the only income in the household, they have two jobs. They have to have two because you need two. Even if you make good money, you need two incomes. All right, and I keep telling y'all that car payment and car insurance is what puts a lot of people over. If they didn't have that car payment, they just had a hoopty and whatnot, they be saving about $1,000 a month, just about almost $1,000 a month. They would have $1,000 and spend it just about back in their pocket. Now, of course, it would still be kind of getting absorbed by transportation if they're a person who travels on a regular basis and whatnot. But either way, they would have that money in their pocket. So anyone that's in that position has to work every day. But going back to that person, right? Now I brought up to him that I bring it up on my channel. I don't name no one, like no one knows what I'm talking about. But he said, wait, so you're saying that someone should stay in a relationship if it's not serving them? I'm like, first of all, the woman that you're describing sounds very grown. There's not going to be you get light boyfriend work if you cute and sociable after a certain age. Just being attractive doesn't really get a woman a man. I mean, because it's so much like nuance to this whole. The women have become so complicated, or getting with women and having a long-term relationship has become so complicated. It's mostly because most women don't actually base how they look at a relationship on what works and what's solid and morals and integrity and what's most important. They look at relationships from the standpoint of a story. So at this point in my story, this happens. At this point in my story, this happens. In this scene, this happens. In this scene, we break up. And then somehow it's about how we get back together. You know what? One time my ex said to me, I know one day, we're going to figure it out. And I think she kind of just said it, but she was alluding to like, yeah, one day we're gonna get back together. And like, mom, she said it to me while being in a relationship. Like, again, women are poly. They have a poly mindset in terms of not ever seeing you as the only option or trying to care for you like you're the only option. And I hate that we even got against these conversations where we take all of the, how can I say, because again, it's supposed to be more nuance to it than that. And when we start taking the nuance out of romance and out of getting together and everything, we start kind of getting into this like Gattaca and sterile idea of how mating and dating works, to the point where now it's not happening. Now you got a bunch of, I remember before Kevin Samuels died, he had a few pairs of women, attractive women, right, who are not married, do not have a man. All right, that's become so common, and it's for different reasons with different women. I think for black women, in their mind, again, it's been proven. It's just a fact. They think that they're better than you. They think that you are not the best option for them, to the point where they, again, the reason why I showed you that video was because that is from the divestor movement. The idea of a black woman divesting herself from the black community to have a better life with Brad. And it does not matter who he's from, who he is, what he's about, none of that stuff. And I'm also going to say again, I'm sorry, I didn't wrap up the point about why I was showing you old girl. I'm showing you old girl because she's over there hoeing. She probably over there in Vegas selling that box. Most of the time when you, especially with something like that, if that white old rich man guy like that, he can get African American baddies. For the most part, them even how they describe this shit. One time I saw a meme saying, no one can pull a millionaire like a black woman in a bad wig. And they totally look over the fact that the woman you talking about is a whore. She's selling pussy. A black woman in a bad wig? Who wears a bad wig the most? A cheap prostitute. White men allegedly, I got started using allegedly because I plan on popping off. White men allegedly really enjoy scrawny black women in bad wigs. I mean, that's what it means. It's a fetish. Like, you don't know no relationships, no long-term relationships. It's not, again, if you go to a white community and whatnot, it's not filled up with a bunch of black women who got white husbands. you will see it here and there. And listen, I'll be in South Orange. Which is like, yo, if you ever go to like a diverse community, that's where you can see a lot of biracial people. But you're only going to see in like a lower, like South Orange is on the lower side of like upper middle class. It's people there who are upper middle class, but it's middle class, upper middle class for the most part. Whereas like, where I live at, it's middle class down to lower class. All right. So whenever the more that it's middle class, basically middle class, upper middle class, you'll see those mixed race couples. When you start talking about elite like couples or elite income type people, most of the time it's not a black woman and a white man. And also, if you do see that, they are both holding it down, or they're both working, or they both have careers. At best, they have a respectful relationship where they both contribute to the bills and they're trying their best. At best, but most of the time, especially if you like a handsome white guy, oh man, forget about it. It's some shit going on there. Okay.
You're supposed to keep that.
No. Well,
Put it back in the water.
first of all, shut up. Mind your business.
No.